Exploration is my entire life. I consider it both a career and recreation. That being said, I will make a confession, but you have to promise to keep it between us. Before I graduated from school, I was in a band. And no, I don't mean the school band. I mean a rock band. We called ourselves, and before you ask, no, the band never really went. I'll be here. Bye for now.
Colonies to the best of your abilities, and to uphold the values of the Vanguard.
Welcome to Mast. Yes? You needed something? Most of... But if you're interested in joining the use... This? I'm one of Mast, and that any rule breaking... The Vanguard should be able to provide... Enjoy your time in New Atlantis.
Sarah, good to see you. Who's your friend?
Hopefully Constellation's newest member. Thought I'd run through some legwork together.
Another space explorer. Hey, you ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, earn some credits, even get your UC citizenship? United Colonies volunteer fleet. Independent captains enlist, get to use their own ships, and the UC provides them with sustained work and credits. And put in your time, and you're guaranteed UC citizenship and everything that comes with it. Discounts on UC goods and medical services, chance to own a place in New Atlantis. Only way a foreign captain could even dream of seeing those sorts of benefits. So, you want in? Excellent. Just need to do a little paperwork. An orientation on the UC, and knock out an exam, and a probationary mission. We need to know you... Do well. You'll be out there keeping the peace in no time.
Don't forget, John. I need him back after you wrap him in that fancy get-up of yours.
No worries, Sarah. I'm not forgetting about you or our little business afterwards. Promise. First things first, head down to the orientation hall. Get signed up at the registration terminal. System will walk you through the rest. Oh, and if you got a bounty, well, you're gonna have to make things right with the UC before we'll let you join. But if you've got any questions, I can get you sorted. Have some questions? Right. Got so wound up.
Oh, I haven't. Come on, John. Let's hear it.
All right. Here's what I've got. Vanguard volunteer by the name of Moira. Helps patrol the old neighborhood. Sol, Mars, Neptune.
The Sol system. Which admiral?
He's Martian, born and raised. Not like I can get anyone else. Word is he's got some fancy metal ornament he's been showing off to the old grounders. Matches that description Sarah gave me. Oh, he goes way back. Think he was recruit number 81 or something. You kidding? Lowest posting request rate in the whole fleet. Only thing there the UC cares about is Mars. And no one wants to go to Mars. They want to get off Mars. Sol system is a lot of planets, but a vet like Moira will be checking in at Sidonia on the regular.
You mean hitting the bars, don't you, John?
Hey, nothing wrong with a little refresh between patrols. You'll have to ask him, but Vanguard volunteers have retrieval rights. Wouldn't be surprised if he found it off of a pirate or... Yeah, bring a coloring book. Get so used to seeing red, you'll forget what blues and greens look like. It's definitely a lifestyle, burning helium out there, seeing where the stars take you. Something wrong with the exam? Me? 6, 7 years now? Was a recon squad commander in a former, but Vanguard's been a quality. Meet new people, judge them on a series of diverse... MASS is short for Military, Administrative, and Scientific Triumvirate. From here, the 3 co-equal divisions of the UC government work together to advance the cause of the colonies. Be that through mutual defense, political and diplomatic strength, or scientific discovery. Now, serving any of the UC's divisions grants citizenship, but scientific and admin positions in the UC tend... Understandable. Most people would prefer to earn their citizenship behind a desk rather than in combat. Not something I'd ever choose for myself. Military used to have a pretty narrow view of where the best pilots came from. In their eyes, it was UC or bust. The creation of the Vanguard was an acknowledgement by the brass that maybe not all the galaxy's greatest pilots went through a UC flight. So it's the Vanguard's job to find them and get... The process starts with registration.
Been a long time since I've been to Mars. Sol system doesn't get a lot of goodbye.
Registration accepted. You may now proceed through the historical displays in the orientation hall, or continue on to the examination.
This assignment isn't glamorous, but it sure beats patrols.
2240, House Maroon forces declared all-out war on the rest of human civilization, initiating the Serpent's Crusade. Over the next 23 years, thousands of the many conflicts between the galaxy's factions, none was more brutal than the recent colony war between the UC and the Freestar Collective. Set off by the unauthorized Freestar. In the midst of the colony war, a different kind of tragedy struck the UC city of Londinian. After the devastation wrought by the colony war, the UC and the Freestar Collective came together to ratify a treaty that became known as the Armistice.
Having a good one?
Both sides agreed to a vast reduction in standing forces, and that xeno-weapons and mech warfare would be outlawed. All related research was sealed away, accessible only in cases of dire emergency. But the Collective had another demand.
I was a strong supporter of the Armistice. All of the terrible weapons that both sides used against one another. It had to end.
Welcome, applicant, to the piloting simulation chamber. Please enter the designated simulation pod to initiate your exam.
Ah, you must be our new applicant. I'm Proctor. Of course. You'll be running through a high-realism combat flight simulation. Your task is to defeat at least 3 tiers of simulated opponents. However, if you defeat more than 3 tiers of enemies, and your enlistment bonus increase, but you're welcome to try as many times as you like before returning to Commander Tuala. To proceed, we'll only keep the highest score you manage to achieve. While I can't answer that question directly, I will say this. Due to the solitary nature of our work, resourcefulness is a critical tool in any... You're permitted, even encouraged, to use... Vanguard assignments can often include both. It'd be bad for both you and the United Colonies to not ensure you're adept. The simulator is designed to be a near-perfect replica of a Class B Deimos hoplite, the United Colonies' standard destroyer model. It's been tuned to provide a challenging but fair fight against... Just head in whenever you're ready.
Changes.
This is the Mark 18 Flight Simulation Chamber applicant, currently in orbit around a high-detail recreation of a remote world. When you're ready to begin, please take a seat in the pilot's chair. Your exam is simple. Defeat as many tiers of opponents as you can before your ship is disabled. You must defeat at least 3 tiers of opponents to pass the exam. Good hunting, applicant.
New targets active.
Exterminate
reset of your current tier at the terminal inside the cockpit, or step outside and take a break. Simulation reset. Prepare for your first opponent.
New targets active.
Score, or stay and try your hand at the remaining tiers. Resuming the examination.
New targets active.
Congratulations, applicant. You've passed. You can head up to Commander Tuwala to receive your final results and your probationary assignment. Or you're welcome to take another run at the simulation if you'd like to try and earn a better score.
Well, look who's back. Everything go all right with the exam? So these are your numbers that just came through. I like the fire, applicant. Let's get into it. So, looking at the data, checked out a few of the murals. Good. Inquisitive folks tend to do well around here. Psychological results are all within expected levels. Navy doesn't have room for folks that'll fall apart the first time they're trying to outrun a homing missile. Now, how'd you do against your foes? All right, clear tier 3. We try to set a high bar, so that's no small feat. Nice work.
Hell of a job. I might even let you fly me around sometime.
So then, looking at your results as a whole, you're successful in completing your probationary mission, you could have your UC citizenship after only 10 years service. Better than your average lab rat or diplomat, but pretty standard for...
10 years might seem like a long time, but it's worth.
So, sounds to me like we've got Vanguard material on our hands. If you're interested, we could bring you on as a provisional member today. Get you the credits you've earned, then send you out on your probationary mission. First, though, all UC service people. So, you want to make this official?
It's a big decision. John, you're not about to have my compatriot here sign some kind of contract that sells you their grandmother 5 years down the line.
Officer's honor, Sarah. This is honest work for... So, you ready to do the deed? Fantastic. Then just follow me. Wouldn't be right doing this where we couldn't see the stars. Now, raise your right hand. The motto of the Vanguard is Supra et Ultra, above and beyond. That is where we serve, beyond the furthest reaches. Do you swear to protect and defend the citizens and to uphold the values of the Vanguard? Then let me be the first to officially welcome you to the United Colonies Vanguard. Now, only thing left is getting you that probationary mission. And what I've got is comms repair. Group trying to refurb an old colony war processing plant. Place is as isolated as they come. So Brass wants a Vanguard. So, can the people of Tau City... Oh, that's the spirit. Head down to the spaceport and talk to Crew Chief Harath. He'll get you the repair suite, plus your new Oh, and your advance. Give it your all out there.
Oh, I've always liked that statue. It's beautiful, isn't it? I wonder what the artist was trying to represent. Sidonia is an industrial town. Bye-bye.
Sergeant Yumi's looking for reliable people to help the guard. Contact him if you're interested. We'd all appreciate it.
Bullet for leeches, get it fixed up, and let her know we'll have it ready as soon as we can.
Ah, you are new probationary then?
It's my job to make sure all you rocket jockey. Now, Manifest says we're fitting you out with what?
In addition to the standard issue welcome kit, all probation. Med packs, some small arms, couple spare ship parts. All the essentials in case of any surprises up there.
My people will have everything on your ship before you lift off. Won't even know they were there. So, paying? Nice easy one for your first job. Just keep your head on. Any questions before you head out?
Nothing too dangerous, if that's your concern. The welcome kit has some goodies in there I wouldn't leave sitting on.
I honestly didn't realize it had people living on it until we got your record.
Report. Just watch out for wildlife.
Then I won't keep you.
Make us look good out there, recruit.
Is it really necessary for you to drag around all that gear? Wonder where this will all lead. Talk to you later.
Insertion completed. We're still in one piece. Gear looks green, ready to land.
An abandoned meat-packing facility built on the fringes of the settled systems. I wonder what happened here. An abandoned meat-packing facility built on the fringes of the settled systems. I wonder what happened here. Something's been through here recently, but left everything in place. At least we know it wasn't the Crimson Fleet. I see what you've made there. Smart.
I thought. Or you've got some incredible timing. Regardless, I think it knows you're here. I'll unlock the door. Second floor, main building. But be quiet.
But I have a feeling she has the best interests. Something's been through here recently, but left everything in place. At least we know it wasn't the Crimson Fleet.
What do we got here? Too clean to be one of the settlers. Or a pirate. You see on patrol, maybe? Yeah, make my day if you said you were a shock trooper out for a stroll. Vanguard, huh? Yeah, I expect they didn't. I'm Hadrian. I was a researcher with the UC. I came here on a rumor of a... Well, I expect you saw the results on your way in. What's left of the settlers? The work of Oxysio Machina. A terramorph. One of the nastiest aliens humanity's ever crossed paths with. And this one, well, it's something of an anomaly. Possibly a worrying one.
I can't believe that a terramorph did all this damage.
Makes two of us. But this creature, I need to understand what it's doing here. To do that, but we're not without resources. Though getting things online, as I've discovered, is not a one. And to do that, someone has to get to the security outpost. You think you might be willing to lend me a hand? Admin access is centralized to the terminal in this room. Nothing's coming back online if I'm not here. But even if that weren't the case... It's the building in the middle of the facility. The terminal in there should allow you to grant me access to the system as a whole. Then we can see about getting things back online. The settlers outfitted most of the buildings with turrets at some point. Not sure how many... There were also... But those are honestly all... Look, I wouldn't be asking, but there's no way I'm getting these defenses locked. Good. Once I see the connection reset, I'll get things... Take care of yourself out there, and make sure you leave enough of that thing for us to get a sample.
have these jetpacks for a reason, you know.
Connection restored. I'll make this quick. Plant's turrets took a beating, but I should be able to get you a couple of kill lanes. Just get the thing to chase you down the alleys between the buildings, and you'll lead it right into a crossfire. Hello. I wish I'd found this earlier. Those sensors around the facility? Part of a livestock tracking system. Should let you keep tabs on how close the terramorph is. But it's not connected to this network. There should be a terminal in the adjoining room. Tune it to 183.5. Tracker's reading green. What's that sound?
Security lockdown is active.
Shit. Stop. Stop whatever you're doing and get in cover. It's on the move. Look, I wouldn't engage directly if you could avoid it. The kill lanes. They're set up but need power. There's breakers on each of the buildings you can throw to get them live. Once they're online, lead the terramorph towards the lights and watch the fireworks. Give it hell, Vanguard.
Power levels insufficient. Proceed to next power breaker.
least we avenge to the deaths at the colony. Been a long time since I've been to Mars. Okay.
Trekker's gone quiet. I suspect it's either hiding or...
Wait. You did it, didn't you? Heavens above! You just flatlined a terramorph!
I'm not too proud. Thank you for saving my ass. You didn't happen to grab me a tissue sample, did you? Not doing this one out of the goodness of your heart, huh? I'll give you what I can. You certainly deserve it. Forewarning, though. A lot of life gets recorded in our cells. Like, for example, if this terramorph's cells have certain radiation or chemical exposures, it could point to it having been transported on a ship. Then, we could start getting some... All right. I spotted a microscope downstairs. Let's see if we can't get to the bottom of this.
Don't leave any of that behind.
Older model. Let's see what you can do. Running basic diagnostics? Nothing. Maybe a flax can? Spectrograph. Damn. This equipment, it's not set up to do a proper analysis of our sample. But this terramorph being here, of all places, it doesn't make sense. Humanity's spread plenty of creatures in our travels across the stars. Pets, livestock, pests. But terramorphs? They're different. To our knowledge, no one's ever spread them intentionally. Yet somehow, they follow us. So when humans settle a world, 70 to 100 years later, terramorphs tend to just appear. No one knows how or why. Dangerous, but at least predictable. Talseti, though, it's too young to have a native population. It's only been colonized 20 years? But then the other option, that someone captured one of the deadliest predators in the galaxy just to wipe out some settlers minding their own business? That seems awfully implausible. Which means we're either looking at a truly strange murder or a faster type of terramorph growth, the results of which could be catastrophic. Terramorph outbreaks have taken down far bigger colonies than this one. They have. They even took down an... It's the only known law. There is. I mean, there has to. Time was, I had access to one of the best repositories of terror. But we also need to get this sample properly analyzed. Luckily, I think I... What would you say to delivering this to him for me? I'd do it myself, but I need to call in some favors. Plus, clear it with your commander first if you... You can even show them this. My gene tag. Tell them Hadrian Sanan is worried there could be more attacks on them. I was. Long time ago. Family tradition. Oh, you don't understand what a weight off my shoulders that is. I need Dr. Percival Walker to put together a sample analysis for this thing. Full workup. I'm not sure exactly where to find him, but there's a place called the... And here, it's not exactly a bounty, but... Now please, go check in with your commander.
It not be Jemison, but this ship is starting to feel like home.
Lifting off now. Aim point reached. Orbit stable.
While we're here, it wouldn't hurt if we checked in at the lodge.
You see that scientist out in front of mast, staring at trees.
Look who's
sounds
back.
upset.
All set with that
Whatever it
probationary
is,
mission?
can't be
We
that
can do your
bad, right?
debrief and formally welcome you into the Vanguard whenever you're ready. A terror? What? How did you walk away with the terramorph tissue sample running comms repairs? It's... what? That's a... Above and beyond doesn't really begin to describe it. Earned yourself some serious hazard pay. But, if none of the settlers made it. A researcher. Let me see that. Sanan. I know that name. Let me check the database. Huh. A lot of this data's been classified. Here we go. Service record. Wow. That's a lot of commendations. Seems like she served with distinction as... co-head of a UC Xenoweapons division. Faced tribunal at the end of the Colony War. And was dismissed from duty. Guess that's why I'd heard the name before. If she's former Xeno warfare, though, well, we can at least be sure she knows her aliens. In the run-up to the Colony War, the UC started a program with a singular goal. Find the deadliest, most terrifying aliens. Never saw any of the deployments myself, but the program was clearly enough of a success. At which point, I presume, this tribunal decided to cut Sanan loose. I'm sure she doesn't list it at the top of her resume. But considering her service record and her area of expertise, I'm not seeing a reason to think this request... Did your survivor, Hadrian, she mentioned why she thinks the samples... She thinks there could be more of these? This has been one of the more surprising... I did actually have another mission lined up for you, supporting UC system defense against the Crimson Fleet. But now I guess you have two options on how to proceed. Head to the UC Vigilance and help out SysDef, or deliver that sample. I'll make sure you've got the proper clearances for either path. Consider these your first official orders. And here, so everyone knows you're working with the Vanguard. Welcome to the Navy, Captain. Vanguard's also got some custom ship modifications. You'll be cleared for... Now, if there wasn't anything else...
Captain, congratulations on joining the ranks of the Vanguard. Captain, can I help you? Take care now.
is a memorial to those lost during the
It's amazing to think that this tree predates New Atlantis. Can you imagine all the changes it's seen? Good to be home.
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you, Captain. Now that you are a member of Constellation, I am at your service. No additional protocols necessary. Also, given the likelihood that you will be out in unsettled space, it might be beneficial to go over exploration outpost development, in case you ever need to build a base for field research. Captain, I will proceed to my assigned post. Good day, Captain. You may. I will do my... I will answer your questions truthfully, unlike you. Constellation has seen to it that I possess a near-encyclopedic knowledge of... I have been programmed to comprehend all modern and my body is crafted from reinforced. Logically, I believe the correct answer to be the airplane, followed shortly by, illogically speaking, I am inclined to believe that they make good case studies in how your species could have made a mess of its entry into the stars in different ways than you did in reality. Captain, you seem to be experiencing a lapse in gross motor skill functionality. I am looking at one. I hope that was a suitable response. This is a difficult question to parse. I do not experience enjoyment. However, I have dedicated. You are an exceptionally curious human. Constellation recovered me from an abandoned lunar robotics factory on Earth's moon, where I was manufactured. I am told I was in quite a state of disrepair. Barrett elected to refurbish me after the discovery. Since then, that is correct. Some data from my time on Earth's moon remains deep in very little of what is in. Constellation named me after the Portuguese explorer. Barrett tells me he was quite an. Constellation is an I empowered by we. I will see you at a later time.
Bet you never expected to end up involved in something like this.
Good day, ma'am.
You too.
You learn to pick. You know what, on second thought, I don't want to know. Can you imagine how many credits flow through this place? Figuratively, of course.
Wow, you look
It's me.
I mean, right, but isn't it going to confuse him?
A shootout hits the news.
diplomatic visa?
Brownouts
You
all
got
the
to be
time.
kidding me.
Mast finally sent someone down there, but nothing's changed.
I am representative Evans.
You'll be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving. Okay.
Your application now at the nearest kiosk.
I've done the math and I think it can work.
For now, before we leave? Hmm?
advised, you are entering United Colony space.
United Colony space. Maintain current course while we scan for
Touching down.
Look good, suit integrity normal. Hope this place is worth the trouble.
So, what the heck are you firing at?
Sidonia is an industrial town. The people there tend to be... Want to see what I'm carrying? Bye.
Condos aren't anything special. Crime's at an all-time low around Sidonia. Stay away from the Sixth Circle unless you're a minor. I can help them out with these.
What do you mean there's no work?
Yeah, do you have any idea how far we've traveled? How much money we spent to hitch a ride to this dusty red rock? We were told there were jobs.
Look, I get it.
How's the saying go? Show no mercy, leave. Hey, darling. You look like the type who doesn't mind. The Trackers Alliance can always use more bounty hunters to round up and kill wanted criminals.
This is bullshit. I got a wife and kids at home. We can't wait almost 2 months.
Did someone tell you that, darling? If so, no, the Trackers Alliance is more of a loose collection of... So, as long as you're willing to not work against the other trackers when...
Sorry, but I have to get back to work.
Come on, forget it. Let's get out of here. Maybe it's not too late to catch a ride back home.
Good. Here's the short of it. I'm only stationed here because I made a mistake. Killed the wrong... Now, I heard rumors that this no-good, dirty quarry's been lurking. I got a plan in place to find him, but I gotta prove to my other tracker contact that he's here. That's... Alright, so, you're gonna want to take this here sensor and put it way up at the tippy top. You're gonna want to make sure you've got a boost pack to help get yourself up there, or else it's gonna be a tough climb. Mars gravity's on the low side. It'll track down my Mark's chip signal, assuming he should. Clear out and come back to me as soon as you're done so you don't spook.
Keep a lookout. Notify us if you see anything suspicious.
Welcome. Nice to meet you. Name's Trevor. Mining director. I could spare a minute or two to chat.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that! Oh, nothing to worry about. We do fracking on Mars with some. Now, you probably felt the rumble when the detonations actually go off. Basically, it's high-tech mining. We use immensely powerful control. Sounds way more dangerous than it is. Probably. Oh, come on, mate. It's perfectly safe. We're miles away, so all we get is a little Yep, that's me. Joined up with Deimos when I was just 17 as a mining gopher. I worked hard, proved myself capable, and got the promotion to mining director about... Some of the older guys resent me, but I give everyone a lot of leeway as long as they meet their quotas. So that keeps them happy enough. Not so bad for one of the oldest mines in the settled systems. As I'm sure you know, we're responsible for supplying resources to Deimos Star Yards, which in turn is responsible for supplying UC naval vessels. That, among other major projects, makes us one of the United Colony's most important mining operations. The prestige and pay that comes with it almost makes up for being stationed at the arse end of the settled systems in the middle of nowhere. Argos, huh? Yeah, I've heard of them. That's great. Unless... maybe you could help me out with a job. Great! I promise it's not... See, you might have noticed that our equipment ain't... Problem is, we can't get new equipment unless we start... I've got a plan for solving... Okay, glad... First, I need someone from the outside to bolster our... I'll fill you in on the rest of the details after you've hauled up some more. One, I need to know I can trust you with the... Of course not. I'll pay you out of my own pocket. I care about my miners. Even if corporate... I'm willing to put in some sacrifices to help. That's just the kind of guy I am. If I had the credit... But this... is... Yeah. Don't you think I want to? Corporate sets the contracts and they're not... Something to do with insurance, benefits, and... When you've got enough, drop it off in the bin over there for processing. Then come...
Particle detonation concluded. It is now safe to resume normal activity.
Look at this place. I can't imagine being cramped down here, choking on the fumes and the dust. No trees, no grass. It's depressing.
Invoices can be collected from... Oh. Not...
do you now? Well, a shame, too. We had such high hopes for not the sort of work the Trade Authority to do. I invested no small amount of... But then he decided to run off. I presume the miners have him hidden. But at this point, that's correct. We're no longer interested in Dr. Walker's services. He did leave his post, however, with a sizable debt to his name. If you were to find him and...
Oh, I loathe the Trade Authority. Is it absolutely...
Why? Feeling charitable? I don't recall the exact figure off the top of my head, but with the interest it's accrued, I believe it's something substantial. So if you were able to find him and convince him to clear his accounts, you would have our honest gratitude.
Oh, I can't believe you're helping them. What a stupid waste of time.
Wonderful. I suggest paying a visit to the Sixth Circle. If anyone knows where
Don't be caught on the Martian surface without proper protective gear. All outside surface activities require the use of a certified
I wonder
safety.
where this will all lead. Fine by me. So long.
I swear that word. Sometimes it feels like the USC forgets we're out here. But there'd be no UC if it hadn't been for Mars.
I sure hope this hearing loss isn't...
What's your poison? You ain't been around. Went off on patrol. Hasn't been back in since. You in the service? I know the feeling, but, you just get... Look, nothing more I'd love than to help out a fellow Martian. Especially one that's missing. But,
He has a tab, and you don't know if he's coming back.
it's a lot of credits, okay? I let it slide for a long time because he's a regular, but if I'm out all that money, I got problems. What do you say? Come on. Life on Sidonia ain't hard enough. You gonna guilt trip me? I want him found. I do. All right, I give up. Just trying to earn a living here. Last time he was here, Moira kept yelling about the Lady of Love. Singing songs. All that kind of thing.
Venus? That's only one planet. Hardly an entire patrol route.
I got what I got, okay?
Fine. We'll make do.
I could never more than enough work to complete before I
Their
can go.
continued success is
Follow me.
Pardon?
Yes.
Always nice to kick back at the Broken Spear after a
Broken Spear's upstairs. Go drown yourself there. This bar's for Devil's vets and their kin. Doc Walker? You're barking up the wrong...
Andy, you. Why don't you come here and tell me what some stray wants with Walker?
The Red Devils aren't exactly
Not every
your
day
average
a
bar
stray
crowd.
topsider
You can
wanders
see
into
it in
my
their
bar
eyes.
claiming they
We
know
don't
people.
belong here.
What do you want with Dr. Walker? What? Someone give him the keys to a battle cruiser? Look, you can make up whatever crazy story you want, but you should forget about Percival. Stop! Even if I did know where he was. Huh. Maybe there is something you... Percival's got this dead. You make that go away, prove you're a friend of him and the rest of us devils, well... Red Devils were the meanest marine. Couldn't get in if you hadn't done at least one stint as a marsh. Made us tough. That's why they chose us as the handlers for the UCC. Percival, though, he wasn't a grunt like all of us. But it was those monsters that did us in. When the colony war ended, Red Devils included. Me? Nah. Infantry officer. But my monsters from the darkest corners of the Black Rem. Armistice hurt us more than most. Well, most straightforward way to take care of this debt would be to just... Of course, rumor is the Trade Authority keeps all their If someone was to break in there and adjust Percival's debt to something a little...
Making that adjustment would be illegal. I don't think this is a road we should travel.
And I look forward to hearing...
Hey, you. Maybe a bounty hunter? Come here.
Heard you talking with Lou, so you're going to help Dr. Walker? Oh, no, I mean... Oh, good. Percival's a good guy. Listen, I know how you can do it without having to resort. Aqueous hematite. Mars is full of it. People think it's just garbage, but Percival and I, at least when he wasn't slaving away, but we stumbled on a way to make it useful. You give our research over to Octai at the Trade Authority, it should more than cover Percival's debt. That guy's always looking for an angle. It's mostly iron and about 3 centuries of human water runoff, though only Percival would be able to tell you all. But it builds up around human settlements, and something about the Martian soil changes it. No. Well, yes, but I'd help him make whatever the city was running low on that month, and we'd sell it to them. But the trade authority got wind and wanted it. Oh, I'm Cambridge. I was Percival's assistant. Well, apprentice, really. Couldn't work. Knows experiments inside and out, and well, yeah. We were never able to finish the research. Spacers moved in and...
Oh dear. I believe I see where this is leading.
But if you can clear them out, I can walk you through how to finish the research. Then you can give it over to the trade authority. They'll get folks working in the deep mine. Jobs come back, I become a modern-day folk hero. Biggest employer on Mars has always been Deimos Star Yards. Fewer ships meant fewer minerals. That meant a lot of... a bunch of parasites and cutthroats. Strange this group would pick Mars as a new home. My guess is the authority tipped them off. Great. So access to the deep mines can be found outside the city. It's not far. Shouldn't even need to hop back in your ship. We'd set up right near the main drill. Taking out the spacer leader should get them... Once you've managed that, phone up here on the comms panel. Wouldn't put it past the authority for a second to have clued off the spacers to get back at us.
How's it going? Can I help you? Yo, hey, what's up? I'm Manaki. Feel free to ask. Oh man, I'm still new here. We're like this huge network of shipping and trade throughout the known universe. Everyone. Free Stars, UC, even Varun uses us in some capacity. Because I guess we're all about free trade for all. Yo, I wouldn't be surprised if we bought and sold from the Crimson Fleet. They pay my salary, so as far as... Man, sorry, I can't really say that. Really, all I know is that we're running a business here. And I was told to take in all trades and sell whatever we've got. And listen, I'm not gonna worry about... Yo! This dude came in once trying to sell this... It was still alive. He had it in this big... I was trying to tell him I didn't know if we took in things like that, but then my boss came over and told me we absolutely... Man, what a pain in the ass that was. Cool. That's what we... Yo, stay good out there.
To Venus? Bring me anything useful? Maybe another time.
Was there something else? I don't recall the exact figure of it. If you're feeling... Do you now? Let me take a look at his... Here, his current balance. And do remember all transactions. Understandable. Be my guest.
Sidonia's not so bad. Honest work. Hey.
Sidonia can have a depressing effect on some people.
Not having any trouble mining. I hope you've got your own cutter. Don't worry, you're gonna do great.
I can't imagine being stuck down here gathering rocks for a living when there's an entire universe to explore. Are you shooting at flies now?
Please move to avoid injury. Hello, stranger. I am Noch. I was activated 17 years ago. Repairs are too costly. Now, my primary function is that of... I can make general announcements and relay messages from one registered miner. All news and information has been supplied. I also have been programmed with a limited... Don't forget, this month's target goals have been increased by... Good thing you do not work here. Sorry, you must be an employee of Ding. No doom with this quake. Residents and workers alike. Thankfully, you can rest easy knowing. Why did the snowman? Because his arms were sticky. Gone, but not forgotten. Rumors swirl about the return of the famed Red Devils. Of course, I've been reporting this news for 15 years straight. But yes, There is currently no... And my instructions are to sit here, do nothing, and be ignored.
Okay, that all you mind is really gonna bolt. Great! Now, the next part is a little trickier. Peter's the only one who can approve the order for new equipment, and unfortunately, I think I've got a surefire way for you to get that job. Then you, as his assistant. You don't think I've tried? Like I said, the guy is little, and everything Deimos does is so... Which means, unfortunately, we need to do all... We just need you to take the job until we get the approval signed. Then you can quit. It's not as bad as it sounds. Worst case scenario, you may have to go... Now hold on, it's not that easy. Head to the Deimos Star Yard's office up in orbit to fill out the application. Come back and see me when you've done that, and we'll talk...
You're jumping through a lot of hoops to get those miners the equipment that they need.
Watch out for the robots. Just because the governor's office is right out there on the main level doesn't mean it's not secure.
Have a good one. I don't even notice the klaxons anymore.
Hey! Haven't seen you around here before. Visiting? Nah, you're probably here on business. Am I right? Name's Mitch. I'm just a guy who... I love having people to hang out with and... That's great! I can get a little lonely in Sidonia. Anyway, I don't want to keep you, but I figured I'd ask. If you happen to know... Oh, you do? I found out recently that my favorite book series, Dragonstar 4, I really want to collect all the first editions, but I already tracked down Volume 1. Could you go buy it? They're these old science fiction fantasy books about space. Now, there's this team of heroes who fight space. Don't worry, you'll get your money as long as you bring...
Can you believe people used to think the nearby mountain was a face on the surface of Mars? Ridiculous, huh? Doesn't look
Well, I guess I am. And will I have to go see Dr. Flynn a lot for treatment? I've been thinking about writing her a letter of apology, but I have...
Are you having a crisis of faith?
No. Oh, I mean, was that too frank? I'm definitely looking for... Man.
Lord is always.
Oh, yeah. Goodbye.
Good to know, Horace. I'll keep that in mind.
Greetings, my child. Is there... Very well. Please accept this gift in... May I assist you with anything else?
We can stay and listen if you like. I find
The Sanctum Universum will always be available to you. Then you are already on the right path. In its simplest form, Sanctum Universum believes that, as such, we accept those from all... Because to truly follow the teachings, you see, only then we will always offer assistance to any. One is not conditional upon the other, and we will happily serve. Certainly. Take this, and may God be with you. We will always offer. One is not conditional upon, and we will Certainly. We don't currently have the soup kitchen. I have already given you something recently, have I not? When a week has passed, I help run this community. People from all walks of life are always... I am also here to assist those seeking faith in... I'm always available for your religious needs.
It's not easy living in Sidonia. There's nothing like fresh air filters, am I right?
If you need a quiet... New to Sidonia? Hope you like sand. I came to do a little good old-fashioned... You'd think it'd be easy to find, given it's my... I lived a pretty quiet life to start. Got into trouble, did the whole team. Dad used to say I was made reckless. Have a good one.
Joy and Horace? I think they get along. This agreement's healthy. What good... Not to get all sad. It's been 20 years, but just never got to say goodbye, you know? See ya.
how irresponsible you're acting right now. access stairs lead deeper into the mines. I hope we remember the way back to the surface. Wait. Did you hear that? find anything useful? Oh, I'm hit!
It's time!
Only one point of Moera's patrol. Glad to haul whatever you need. Time to go? You're going down.